Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. A give for Taylor running right side. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Second and 10. Here's Ryan. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Colts had 1 and 6 now. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 20-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, it usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
He'll buy some time right. He finds Taylor, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give them a touchdown.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Hal trying to pick it up on third. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On first and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. For the play fake, and now here's Hal to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Rodgers to return it. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
McDonald. He rifles one that's intercepted. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. One more time with Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Powell, 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Sly able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Powell.
Thomas brings it in. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington.
Logan Thomas.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7.
Commanders 10, Colts 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tuesday.
Now it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by DeMonte Casey.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
So Washington in a good spot. They got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Washington will take over a 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Once more, Gibson.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Powell going to be caught downfield by Dotson.
Touchdown, Washington!
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan, this will be taken in by Michael Pittman. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section. A heck of...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers, both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
McDonald sets to throw.
Catch made here by Campbell. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Throwing is McDonald.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Here's McDonald to throw.
It's his target, the tight end, Mo Alie-Cox.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Back to throw again.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted.
Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe close.
Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the press.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
3rd and long. It's Ryan.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Jahan Dotson on the return. The Commanders take over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Off play action. It's Howell. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan, that ball caught by Campbell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now Ryan on 1st down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Colts. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Ryan.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Ryan to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. To throw is Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
This one to Jarwin over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and say it.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Damontae Kazee.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up the secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early, so now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Washington, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year.
And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Colts, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.